Hello, Assalamu alaikum, everyone. How are you all? Okay. So, welcome to PMP exam preparation, and I am your host, Muhammad Etisham. And today I will be starting the PMP exam preparation journey with you guys. I okay. Before I start, let me ask that my voice and my screen is visible. All right. Okay. Little bit introduction about myself. My name is Muhammad Etisham, and I am PMP certified since 2011. And since then, I am delivering the PMP exam preparation classes. I have a bachelor degree in electrical and electronics engineering, and uh, since 2007. And I have worked in telecom and banking sector within project management domain. Let us show you some summary about my education experience and my qualifications. Personally, I am from Pakistan, and as I said, I am PMP certified since 2011, and currently I am based in United Arab Emirates. Previously, I have worked in Saudi Arabia. Total years, I have 8 years of experience, and I have 4 years of PMP training experience. I have worked in telecom and banking industries. My main expertise are in project planning and project management. I am member of PMI, and my mission is actually to develop myself and others through education so that they can uh, so that it can bring change in their life and the quality of their living. You can join my Facebook page. It's about PMP. Its name is Congratulations, you have obtained a PMP credential. Okay. So I wish you good luck in the PMP exam preparation journey. This will be your probably first lecture in PMP exam preparation. So I will be starting with the very basics. These are our learning goals for today. I will be taking you through the Project Management Institute, brief history, when did it started, why it was started, what was the reason. Also, we will be going through what are the credentials, other credentials that PMI has started since it started working. What is the PMP credential all about? What are the benefits of PMP certification? We will be going through the prerequisites and the requirements for the PMP certification. We will be going through the material that you must go through and review in order to study and prepare well for the PMP exam. And I will be sharing with you the tips for preparing the PMP exam. And we will be going through quickly what does the PM book guide stand for and what it is all about. The PM book guide is all about. Okay, so let's get started. Uh, okay, the project management as a knowledge domain and as a profession has been there in since ages. But but it was formalized, or there was a need to have a formalized education and formalized project management body that look after in the research of project management and that provides a forum for project managers to come and speak about the project management, to share their experiences, and for the benefits of other project management community members. So there was a strong need to unite and to uh, get benefit from the experience of the other project managers around the world. So the PMI organization was actually formed in 1969, realizing this need, that there is a strong need to have a common and platform for project managers to share their knowledge and experiences, and there should be a formalized education about the project management, about the new research from where on which the new research can be shared, and some standardization could be achieved. So in the service of project management profession, the Project Management Institute was formed. The focus was merely on the project management. It was initially started by Georgia Institute of Technology. Uh, then it, I mean, the initial location was the Pennsylvania, and still it is there as an institute in Pennsylvania, United States. Okay, the PMI is serving the project management community as a globally in worldwide, and the method they are using to reach the people is the certifications, and they are providing industry standards. They are conducting the conferences, and they are issuing the publications monthly, PMI journal and such other publications, as well as writings. PMI is an institute and it has a membership process, and since it started in 1969, the existing member of PMI has reached to 500 plus from 200 plus countries. And talking about PMP credential and PMP certified professionals, that even are higher in number, that are 654,000 PMP certified professionals are there since the PMP certification started in 1984. So it's almost 31 years since when the PMP certification has been started. Well, nice coincidence that my age is also 31 years. So when I was born, so almost at that time this PMP certification was started. Well, what is the slogan of PMI is that making project management indispensable for the business results. Website, we can see that PMI, we can go to pmi.org for more information about the PMI Institute. Okay, now let's go through what are the other credentials, what are the all the credentials that or certifications that Project Management Institute has started since its beginning. So they have started with Certified Associate in Project Management, very basic certification in project management. Then the landmarks, the iconic certification, project management certification. Then they have started program management professional certification. Also, they have moved to portfolio management certification. Recently, since last 2-3 years, they have started PMI Agile Certified Practitioner and PMI. Also, they have started the PMI Risk Management Professional even before the Agile Certified Practitioner, and they have already started PMI Scheduling Professional certification. The latecomer is the PMI Professional Business Analysis. This is also some recent certification that they have started. So that's, having said that, these are all the certifications that PMI is offering till date. So coming back to our about PMP certification, that is our main focus area will be, our scope will be to talk about the PMP certification. This is the main goal of all of us. The project management is the most important industry recognized certification for project managers. So why the project management certification is very important? Because it is truly a global certification. It is recognized globally. It is recognized in all the industries where the project managers are working. So being a PMP, you can work in virtually in any industry with any underlying methodology and uh, in any location. So the PMP also increases your chances for professional growth as well as your earning potential. What I would like to highlight is the most important thing is that the PMP gives you a common language that globally the project managers use and the project management community uses while they talk about the project management. This is very important aspect actually, that once you go through the material, the knowledge, the tools and techniques and all these lexicon of project management, so you will be understanding the project management, the keywords, the project management concepts, and you will be starting using them, and uh, you will be joining the circle that is talking about that talking together in project management language. So you will be have a access to that prestige circle that have uh, project management community uh, and the experts from all around the world. You will be able to connect with them. You will be able to explain your experiences with them, to share your experiences with them. So the PMP signifies that you speak and understand the global language of project management and connects you to the community of professionals, organizations, and experts worldwide. So become a PMP, become global, become a project hero. This should be your goal. So who should apply for the PMP exam actually? So if you are an experienced project manager and you have been managing the projects from the delivery end to end to managing the teams, directing the cross-functional teams, and then the PMP is the right choice for you. Uh, Well, you may not be managing the project as a project manager in order to file your experience or prepare for PMP, which means your title within your organization does not matter as long as you are going to apply for PMP. As long as you have an experience being the part of project team, and as long as you can document that experience and you have the necessary number of hours of experience as a project team member, even you can file the project management application and you can mention the project management related work experience. And what are the prerequisites? Let's go through that. Those prerequisites: if you are having a secondary degree or high school diploma or any associate degree or global equivalent, then the requirement is typically higher, that you must have 60 plus months or 7,500 hours of project management related experience while leading and directing on the projects. In other words, if you are not having a bachelor degree and if you have a high school diploma or any secondary degree or global equivalent, you need 7,500 hours of project management experience in order to file the application for PMP. Otherwise, if you have a 4-year bachelor degree, then you only need is 36 months or 4,500 hours of project management experience. And all right, so And even you are a secondary degree holder, or you have a bachelor degree, or you don't have a bachelor degree, in order to sit and to the PMP exam, you must have a 35 hours of project management formal education from the PMP certified professional or the registered education provider. So that's what investment is in as part of time and experience is required in order to qualify for the PMP exam, and this need to be understood thoroughly. And also the criteria for documenting the past experience is that it should not be the experience you should document. It should be latest experience from the last 8 years. You cannot document some experience uh, that you had before 8 years. Okay, so it should be from the last 8 years. You should be documenting all the experience. So PMI does not allow you to document experience from before 8 years. Okay, so it should be the latest 8 years from your experience. And project duration. Okay, so when we will be documenting the project management experience, let's say you will say that I started working on this project from X month to Y month of 2000, let's say 11. So you will be you need to select uh, okay, you need to select another project also to document. So those two projects duration should not overlap. So it should be one project. Let's say it is starting in March and it is ending in September. So you should be calculating April, May, June, July, August, September. So 6 months. So in this period, you should not document any other project. So if you are documenting any other project, you should be starting to count. It should be starting from September onwards, or you should be calculating. It should not overlap with the first experience that you are documenting. Okay, so the project duration should not overlap. It should be solely for that project. It does not mean that you cannot manage multiple projects together. I know it's confusing at this moment, but when we will go through the project calculation and filling your applications together, we will be having more clarity how to document your experience. So in random, on every 20% of the applications are picked for audit. So there is a process when your application is when you submit the application, and your application undergoes through a process of screening, and certain 20% of the applications are picked for audit. So when there is an audit of your application comes, then you need to be ready with the check review. They provide you a checklist, and then you need to be ready. You need to gather I mean, they share with you some forms. Okay, so those forms, you need to send them these forms to the managers or the project team members whom you work with, and you mention them as a project team members or your managers while working on the on certain project. You nominated, I mean, you provided their names, so you have to get those documents signed from those people that you already mentioned in your application. So you get those documents ready, and you get them signed, and then you submit them back to PMI along with the necessary other documentation, and then it takes a certain time uh, to reconfirm. Well, designation during the specific project management work does not matter. We will be talking about this later also, that what happens exactly when the audit comes, and how much time you have in order to respond back to the audit, uh, these steps. So for the time being, you need to know that your application for the PMP need to be properly filled. The experience should be documented properly, with the numbers of hours should be calculated properly, and you must have a substantial proof that you worked on a certain project, and people that you will be mentioning as the project team members, or under whom you have worked on the project. You should be having discussed with them before in hand that I am applying for the PMP exam, and I am mentioning your name as a project team member or the project lead or the project manager for certain project, and I may be audited, so you may be ready or accept to sign this sign those documents or those things. All right, so let's quickly go through who should apply for PMP. All right, okay, so these are here we will be talking about more about the price matters, what is the cost of PMP exam. Well, first of all, there are there are many benefits to become PMI member actually. One of the substantial benefit is that you get discount in your exam for the PMP. So if we see here the table that is shown here, in order to sit in the PMP exam, the fees for PMP exam for the computer-based test is $405. This is for only for the PMI members. Okay, it's $405, and if you see the non-PMI member has to pay $555. So the difference is actually $150. Okay, but on the other hand, if you see what does the membership cost you is $139. So so being a member, you get the exam in less price, and there are other benefits also. Like you get access to the online resources, books for PMP exam, and also to broaden your horizon about the uh, project management, other books also on project management and program management and portfolio management, and you get access to many communities already discussing about the project management issues, uh, and you get a lot of benefits by joining other benefit by joining the PMI uh, as organization. We also see that there is also a paper-based test which is also a cheaper option. For members, it is $250. For non-members, it is $400. Once you have okay, there is a chance that you might not pass the PMP exam. So if it is the situation, then you can reappear in the exam 3 times in a single year, and the reappearing in the exam will cost you for a member $275, and for a non-member it will cost you $375 for the computer-based test, and for the paper-based test it will cost you $150, and non-PMI member it will cost you $300. So this is about PMI, sorry, project management professional cost or price discussion. Also, we can see that Project Management Institute, as I told you, is a global institute. It has local chapters within 200 almost cities in the world. So you may find a PMI local chapter membership also interesting for you. You can pay up to from $5 to $15, and you can get a yearly membership for the local chapter where you can meet, discuss, make attend the webinars, seminars, and you need to socialize with the community members. You get a lot of experience from them. So this is real value if you join a PMI local chapter in your area. So as I said that only 3 PMI exams attempts are allowed per year, and you cannot attempt more than this in a single year, and if you have this necessarily you need to attempt, then you can wait for complete year to attempt again. 35 you need 35 hours of formal project management education in order to submit application for PMP. Yes, this is formal education that is required. It will be similar to that what we started in the webinar series. This is your today webinar uh, will be or can be counted towards this 35 contact hours requirement. We will be delivering 1 hour, so it will be counting towards 1 hour, or we will be delivering, if we will be delivering 2 hours, then it will be counted 2 hours in your formal project management education. But there is a big question mark, is that I cannot guarantee you as of moment, because you need to be with me in all these coming lectures, and we should be covering all 35 contact hours of formal education. Then you can be assured that you will be getting the formal, you can claim that formal education in your application, and I will help you by providing you the certificate of attendance. So uh, so it is totally subjective. So once you are certified, you have to keep learning. You have to continue studying. You have to earn 60 professional development units during the 3-year cycle in order to retain your PMP credential. So you must earn 60 videos during the 3 years of your PMP credential in order to retain it. We'll be talking about it in detail later on. Let's move on to our other subjects. So if you have any question, you may ask in the chatting window. If you are not okay with my delivery speed, you can also, I can also slow down. If you need to, if I am wrong, you can correct me. According to your information, you can correct me. You can always correct me. I always welcome the feedback. Well, so what are the tips for preparing for the PMP exam? Okay, so what is the must-have material with you for PMP exam preparation? Number one thing is the PM book guide. So when you join PMI, you will get a customized copy for you. It will be written, your name will be written on every page. You will get your own soft copy of PM book guide. This is a welcome gift from PMI, that they give you PM book guide 5th edition, that is latest edition, while joining the PMI. So I always stress that you should be joining PMI website, PMI organization, if you are seriously looking forward in project management profession and project management certification. The other thing that you must download from the pmi.org, the link is there in my uh, slides. You should download the PMP handbook. This handbook will give you the all necessary prerequisites, requirements that we have discussed, or maybe we haven't discussed. So you must go through yourself the PMP handbook by downloading it from the pmi.org. This book you can even download even if you are not a member. Also, the PMP exam content outline you can download from the website pmi.org. You should be going through PMP exam content outline, so in order to know what are the areas from which the questions are coming, questions comes. And PMP exam content outline also specifies the other processes, actually the process groups and the tasks in each process group that is required. Actually the project manager is doing those tasks. Actually they have defined those tasks, and actually the PMP exam content outline and the PM book guide go in parallel actually. So there are a lot of similarities in PM book guide 5th edition and PMP exam content outline. Well, for the time being, I will say that they both complement each other, and the tasks actually defined in the PM book exam content outline under the process groups are actually the more or are actually very detailed and are very specific. Okay, so some most it's must that you should go through all these tasks in detail in thoroughly uh, while you are preparing for the PMP exam. But your main reference material should be the PM Book Guide 5th edition, that is the sole material, that is the all-in-all material for the purpose of the exam. When I say that it is a PM Book Guide is all-in-all, I don't mean that it covers each and everything about project management. Not a single book in the world has all the knowledge of the project management profession. That's the reason it is called PM Book is a guide. Okay, but for the purpose of the exam, you need to master the PM Book guide. You need to understand the underlying concepts in the PM Book guide. So that should be your reference point. Okay, and also you should be enrolling in a formal study course offered by PMI chapters or accredited registered education providers. You can also review self-study books published by the registered education providers and other reputable training organizations. You can go to pmi.org in order to learn more about the local chapters and registered education providers. PMI e-rates and references, as I said earlier, that when you join PMI as a member, you will get online access to all of the resources existing in the PMI for the project management profession, project management books. So you have a wide variety of references, e-rates to consult about the PMI. They will make your interest even more. They will increase your interest in project management, I assure you. Also, what you should consider is trying to attempt the sample questions from wherever you get actually, but look for the quality questions from the internet, from the other PMI communities that you must have joined or you will be joining. Project management related communities, you will find many questions people are sharing each with each other. So also when you will join some registered education provider, it will be sharing with you some sample study questions, or they are not actually the questions from the exam. Actually, they are just for the purpose of preparation and solidifying the concepts in your mind to remove the doubts. So we cannot say that there exists in the market the same questions that that are available in the PMP exam. But the more you practice the sample questions, the more you get to know what you don't know, and you then refer back to the PM book guide. You will study where did you make a mistake, and then it will correct your concepts, and it will be better for the preparation in general. So well, how do you plan? How should you plan for the PMP exam? So see, as I said, that your journey should start from becoming the PMI member, and then you should be scheduling your PMP exam preparation class. Then you should be able to submit the application after reviewing your experience with the with the instructor and everything. They should be guiding you through the submitting the application, and then your application will move to approval process. Then it will reach to approval stage. Even if you get an audit or you will not get an audit, we assume that your application will be approved. Then you move to scheduling the exam, and then you take the real exam. So uh, people sometimes ask that how much this total time is actually, how much time it will take to me to pass the exam. So it is very subjective question, depends on your on style of study, your own plan, uh, your own self. So I assume that to be on the safer side, you must have 2 to 3 months in order to be certified uh, PMP. You must give 2 to 3 months of your study at minimum in order to be sure that you are ready for PMP exam. And so so this is a journey of 3 months, I believe, if you want to do the justice with the knowledge, the content, and learning the concepts, and not just the passing the exam, but learning the concepts and clearing the concept. You must give this journey 2 to 3 months. When we say 2 to 3 months, you must give at least 3 hours daily to this task. So this is a huge task that you should be sacrificing, that requires sacrificing your time. Okay, so let's go next. So what is the purpose of PM book guide? Okay, so when we said that project management profession was existing even since ages, and people were managing the projects, and but there was no standard knowledge, standard guide, or standard body of knowledge, or even organization that should ensure that good practices are being followed in the project management, or that guides some kind of standards, that provide some kind of standards while managing the projects. So PMI defines the PM book guide as a subset of uh, that subset of the project management or body of knowledge that is generally recognized as good practice. When we say that this subset of project management body of knowledge that is generally recognized, we mean that the practices that are the knowledge and the practices that is described in this guide is applicable to most of the projects most of the time, and there is consensus about about their value and usefulness. So let me explain it in other words, that the knowledge and the practices that are described in this guide are applicable across the industries. Okay, across the industries, and in most of the time and in most of the projects. Okay, so that is why it is called generally recognized as good practice. And good practice means that this is a general agreement that application of the knowledge and the skills and the tools and the techniques mentioned in this book guide can enhance the chances of success on many projects over the many projects. Now, good practice here does not mean that the knowledge described here should be applied uniformly to any kind of project. Well, in your organization, you may need to tailor the project management methodology to suit your organization, to suit your project. Because when we will be studying later, we will know that the project management body of knowledge, this book guide has defined 47 processes that in a project management life cycle. So you may not be choosing all those 47 processes to manage your project. You may be tailoring those processes according to your needs. You may be choosing only few processes according while managing your project. So you will choose your own methodology from those 47 processes in order to manage your projects. Know the PMP exam outline. There are a total of 200 questions in the PMP exam, and 25 of those 200 questions are not marked questions. So this may be a surprise for you that only 175 questions are the marked questions. This is a 4 hours exam, and it has 200 questions, and even if you do right correctly or wrongly the 25 pre-test questions, they will not be marked. So only 175 questions will be marked. Well, the reason why the other 25 questions are not marked because they are the pre-test questions, and PMI has this pre-test questions. They have put the pre-test questions to check the complexity of these questions. They put those pre-test questions, and when people attempt those questions, then they check how many people has successfully answered those questions, correctly answered those questions, and how many people could not answer those questions. So they have a way to analyze the complexity of those questions. So if they are more complex, so they may not be adding, or they may be adding, uh, I don't know, but so they judge those questions by putting them randomly in the tests. So based on the people responses, they decide either to put them in future as a marking questions. So also let's see what are the performance domains that the PMP exam tests in the project management. So actually the test will be covering all those 5 phases of the project management lifecycle, which are mentioned here: initiation, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing. So the test will be the percentage of items on the test are mentioned here. Like in initiation, the exam will be covering, out of 200 questions, the exam 13% of the exam will be covering the questions from the initiation, and 24% of the exam of the 200 questions will be coming from the planning phase, from the planning phase of the project management, and 31% of the exam will be comprising of the execution phase, and 25% of the exam will be focusing on the monitoring and controlling performance domain, and 7% of the exam questions will be focusing on the closing the project and closing related questions. So this is how the percentage or the number of questions, we can estimate number of questions based on the percentage out of 200. So this will be the percentage of the number of questions coming in the exam from all these performance domains: initiation, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing. So it was very quick. Thank you. Thank you. It was very quick. It was just a part one of the uh, exam preparation. I just choose the topics that are related to the briefly about PMI, PMP certification, exam requirements. We went through the prerequisites for the exam. We went through the merits of PMP certification, the history of PMI, and most importantly, we went through the pricing of the exam. We went through the resources. What are the resources that you must go through, you must have, why you should be joining PMI, what are the benefits of joining PMI organization. Then we saw how we should plan our PMP exam. Uh, Quickly, we should become PMI member. Then we should attend some PMI exam preparation class. Then we should submit our application. Then we should wait for the approval of the application, and then we should schedule the exam. Then we should uh, give it proper time before taking. We should schedule the exam by giving it proper time, depending on our ourselves. We should estimate like 1 month or 1.5 months, or maybe depending on you, to take the, while scheduling you should consider that when you will be ready. So you should consider that how much time you're gonna spend. So you should schedule the exam, and then you should take the exam. So this is the whole journey towards PMP exam. And then we, at the last, we see what are the performance domains of the exam, from where the questions are coming, and we saw what is the percentage of the questions from each of that domain, and we talked about the pretest questions that are not marked. And I think that's all. Thank you very much. Thank you for attending. I welcome you to another class if you have time today. or we can schedule a webinar any other time later on. So thank you very much for joining. If you have any question, I am still online. You can chat with me. I will be answering your questions.